You'll have to excuse the mess in here. We moved back in since it's cooled off a little bit more outside and it's starting to be closer to fall, thankfully. We have started sleeping in the new van again. So it's a little bit pulled apart. It's got all of our stuff that we're working on for our current projects, like the shower, the kitchen cabinets, and the water tanks, plumbing, all the fun jazz. And it's also got our mattress up there on our elevator bed, and our bed sheets, floating pillows, a blanket as a window curtain. It's all very chaotic. It'll be better when we're done. We're just very in progress right now. And even if you don't consider the fact that we've moved back into the van, we've got a lot of really big updates and huge changes happening this week. If all goes well, knock on wood, this is the week that we're meeting with our buyer to sell Pancake. I'm really, really excited for Pancake, and I just think this is going to be an awesome adventure for her to go on and keep traveling and adventuring. I'm very excited about who's going to be buying it. We wanted to be very picky about who we sold the van to, and I think that this is going to be a really good matchup for Pancake. So as hard as it's going to be to let her go, it feels right. On top of that, we're also making a lot of progress on the van build. The biggest thing on our mind for this week is building our walnut desk, which Jimmy has already been starting on. I hope y'all aren't tired of woodworking because we have got quite a bit of it left. Okay, so this little nook in the center of the van with all of these electrical components on the wall is where my desk is gonna go. So it's gonna be kind of doubling as a way to hide our electrical wall, which is already totally installed. So this desk is just gonna slide in over top of these components, hide them so that they're tucked away, but it's also gonna have some built-in ventilation because it is very important that this stuff doesn't get too hot. One of the best things about building your own van from the ground up is that you can know ahead of time what you're going to be planning for. And so when we built the walls, we made this little inset for a monitor to be wall mounted. Up here along this top wall, we're planning on having cabinets and shelving. I keep referring to it as kind of a desk hutch. So that'll be a really nice part to kind of round it out and tie the whole van together with this nice walnut wood touches and furniture spread throughout. One more little thing about the desk design is that Jimmy is planning to build in these nice little computer fans. These are super nice and very quiet. We're gonna have 2 of these underneath the desk hidden away, so they shouldn't be easily visible unless you're really looking for them. And they're gonna help make sure that we have good airflow throughout the cabinet because we have an inverter, some lithium batteries, a DC-DC charger, and a solar charge controller that can all put off some heat and need ventilation. Well, that was a lot faster than I anticipated. Jimmy's done building the carcass for the walnut desk. Ta-da! It's really nice. I have just put this little 1/4-inch piece of plywood on top so that I can test it out and see how it feels to sit at it. This is gonna be so different from my work setup in Pancake where I would just use a flip-up table and then the driver's seat or the dinette bench. I feel like this is gonna make it feel much more like a home and more permanent. For the finished desktop, I think our plan is gonna be to go with a hardwood edge-glued walnut tabletop surface that Jimmy's gonna make. We're not 100% sure what we're doing for that, but that is what we're leaning right now. The only thing I can say for certain is that it will not be 1/4-inch plywood. So it will look a little different than this.
So for our ventilation solution, I have bought 2 of these 12-volt computer fans. These are supposed to be especially quiet, much better than the ones we've used in the past. And the new addition as well is this speed regulator. It's got ports to plug up directly to these fans. Can you see that if I do this?
Oh yeah.
Cool. And once they're set up, it's got a little dial, and I can actually speed them up all the way from 0% to 100% of their max speed. I don't know if you can hear that, but it is really quiet. That is max speed too. Maybe in the future, I might make like an automated thing so that like when it's a certain temperature, then it goes up to a certain percent speed, and then, oh, if it's too cold, then we don't need them to run as hard, so we can bring the speed back down. We'll see. For now, I just got a manual knob, and I think that will work pretty well.
So maybe I was a little too quick to say that Jimmy's done with the Carcass. The next step is to Danish oil it. Real quick, we want to say a big thank you to Greasel for sponsoring this video and powering a big part of our build.
Oh boy.
Cocky, come on, we're saying thank you. There you go, buddy. Greasel is a company focused on reducing environmental waste by making reliable, eco-friendly batteries like this one. I get that there are a ton of different power stations out on the market, so it's really important to shoot for one with the features that are most important to you. For us personally, we have been really impressed with the size of the T1000. It's got just under 1,000 watt hours, but it's the size of a lunchbox. And it's got this cute little handle that lets us carry it around to any part of the yard with us while we're working. It's got 10 different charging ports, including 2 AC, 4 USB, and even a wireless charger on top for my phone. The charging speed is very good for its size, and it can even charge 30% faster than other power stations in its weight class. In short, it's a great little beast, and it has sincerely been so helpful for our outdoor projects. So if you are looking for a power station for your projects or your travels, check the link in our description to go get one for yourself today. This is it. This is the big day. We're meeting with our buyer who is going to buy Pancake. Unless something drastically huge changes in the next couple of hours, this is the last time that I will talk to you guys in Pancake. I feel so confident that this is the right thing for the van, the right thing for us, the right thing for the buyer, but yeah. I have a lot of deep feelings of gratitude towards this van. We got her at a time where we were realizing that our initial plan of getting a bus and traveling just wasn't really the right fit for us. And so getting this van, we were very nervous that it was going to happen again, and we were going to figure out a couple miles down the road, wait a minute, we're not van people either. But thankfully, everything worked out so much better than I could have hoped. And we're definitely van people. We love this van. We've had some amazing memories in her, and I'm going to quit yapping about it. But I feel like I just got to say it one last time. Feels wrong not to. I am so grateful that we had this van and all the amazing experiences in it. And I might be shedding some tears today. So yeah, we will update you on that later today. But in the meantime, you got to keep me some company while I try and stay calm and fill you in on what's going on with the new van. Okay, so first things first, guess what came in the mail? It's our sink! I was really nervous about how I was gonna like it in the space. It fits perfectly with the faucet that we picked out, also blindly online. They seriously look like they should have came in a set together. This sink is just the first big step where I'm starting to see it all come together. Hi, Cocky. I know you hear me. Hey, buddy, good morning. Good boy. You wanna come in? Our initial plan, if you'll remember, was to have hardwood walnut kitchen cabinets and a hardwood walnut desk across from it, countertop was going to be something quartz-esque, where it's like a solid surface. Maybe it was black or white. We hadn't fully decided. But seeing the kitchen sink and faucet just resting on these pieces of walnut hardwood that have just came straight out of the lumber yard, we loved it so much that we decided to totally change our plans. So we're gonna be making our kitchen countertop out of these walnut hardwood boards that we've been getting from the lumber yard. And if you're keeping track, you might notice that that's a lot of walnut as finished surfaces in the van. Kind of too much, in my opinion. So we're gonna be totally shifting directions, and we're painting our lower kitchen cabinets. We've already started on the kitchen lower cabinets, and so those really fancy hardwood pilasters that Jimmy made with those cool arches, we are cutting those down and we're going to be repurposing them for the desk itself. It's kind of sad because we did pay a little extra to make sure that we got the walnut veneer plywood that I keep talking about, and we're just going to be painting over that. But I think that it's necessary to make sure that the van doesn't look too samey and too overly matching, but it'll still be a nice cohesive look. It's just the kitchen lower cabinets are going to be painted. If you've been following our build for a while, then these should look really familiar to you. These were originally going to go on our kitchen, but we recently cut them down and Jimmy sent them through a table saw so he could join them into these cool corner pieces. I think that this feels really right and they're going to look so good on the desk. Wow. This is kind of what they're like. That's already looking so cool. These are still drying. They've got a coat of Danish oil, so I can't get too friendly with them yet. But we've got these in the works. They're looking really nice for the corners. And then I think the next big piece of the desk is gonna be the walnut tabletop. We've got our wood boards picked out for the desktop itself. So Jimmy's about to start cutting these and planing them down, cutting them to size, and then eventually edge gluing them together to make a nice 4 foot by about 2 foot wide desktop. So it's not totally done yet, but we're about to bring the desktop in and put it in place in the van for the first time. These things are not screwed in yet. Whoa, okay.
Okay. There's a lot of overhang right now.
Yeah, it's a bit ridiculous overhang.
I can start to visualize it.
Well, yeah.
Can you imagine it?
Oh yeah, I can definitely imagine it.
So update on the desk. We have got most of it complete now that we decided to steal the trim that we made for the cabinets for the kitchen. So what's left is I need to finish up the tabletop. It looks good, put in as is right now, but it's obviously not finished. It doesn't match the same color, and it has these giant overhangs. And I did that on purpose because I want to try to make a fake looking, real looking fake thickness for the tabletop. So instead of buying like real 1.5 inch walnut, which would have been very expensive, I bought the thinner stuff, and then what I want to do is cut it off and angle it 90 degrees and then glue a piece back on so that from an angle, it looks like it's actually a really thick piece of wood. So that is the plan. That will be the first time I ever do something like that, so it might look terrible, but I'm going to plan on not making it look terrible.
It's a good plan.
Yeah? You like that
Yeah.
plan?
I've never thought of that before.
I figured I would try something new, so.
Oh, hey! I feel like you can probably hear that fan, but I can't reach it to turn it off, so. Well, that's a wrap on our Pancake chapter. She's totally sold and she's with her new owner and she's not our van anymore. Me and Jimmy only have one van again and all is right with the world. I am so attached to Pancake and I love her so much. I feel like I processed the grieving part of this a couple of months ago when we made the decision to sell her. It's crazy. I did get a little teary-eyed and a little emotional, but honestly the biggest feeling that I'm feeling right now is not sadness, it's not even relief, it's gratitude. And I'm just, oh, that's like, oh, it's so lame of me to say, but like, it's true. I just am so happy and thankful that Jimmy and I get to do what we do and that our van is getting to go on a new adventure. She's in some new hands. She's gonna have a dog. I'm really not gonna share too many details because it's a private thing apart from YouTube, but I know that it's, you know, part of our journey and part of our story that we're sharing with you guys. So yeah, that's it for Pancake. The sale is done.
Look at the size of that splinter.
Oh my god, you poor thing.
Alright, well, we've added blood to the project. Now we just gotta do sweat and tears. Pretty sure we've already done the sweat one too, so.
And I've done the tears.
Perfect. All three.
Yeah.